Homes have quite a few things in common. What do you think those things are? Beyond the obvious things when looking at a home that everybody sees, like roof, windows, doors, walls, and ceilings, during the home inspection there are quite a few things that nearly always get noted in the home inspection report that you may not notice right away. I'm going to talk to you about 5 things that nearly always get noticed while we are doing home inspections. If you're selling your home or looking to buy a home, these are great things to take note of. Number 1, keep water away from your home's foundation. It's amazing what just a little bit of what we call positive grade slope away from your house can do to keep water away from your foundation, your crawl space, or your basement walls. Nearly 7, probably out of 10 homes have what we call neutral, which is flat, or negative grading that needs to be addressed. And the easiest way to correct this is to make sure that all around the house, the ground, where the ground is, at least a 1/4 inch per foot slope for about 4 to 6 feet away from the home, when possible. If the ground is flat or the ground slopes towards the house, water has nowhere to go except to the foundation walls. And that's never healthy for your home to have water seeping through, ponding at those points. We see the effects of this on basement walls, concrete mason units, walls in the crawl space, even in garages. Concrete often kind of talks to us and says, hey, I've been getting wet. We see this in the staining and what we call efflorescence, which is a mineral deposit left over by water that's been there some time and then gone away on concrete. Whenever we see this sort of staining or efflorescence, we have to note it as a previous moisture intrusion and usually recommend further evaluation from a contractor. On the other hand, if a home has a positive grade around the perimeter, we write up any staining up as a concern that appears to have occurred previously and now seems to have been corrected, and we just recommend monitoring that area. The other common thing we see that puts way too much water at the foundation is the lack of downspout extensions from your gutters. You see, when those are put on during the home's construction phase, they often only have a little bitty diverter that kicks out the water, only puts it about a foot away from the home's foundation. Even concrete and plastic splash blocks often sink back and becomes a slide that slopes back towards the foundation. We recommend downspout extensions that look like the accordion things for about 4 to 6 feet away from the foundation into the soil, and therefore not at your foundation wall. Number 2, in homes that are 5 to 7 years old or older, we almost always find plumbing fixtures, water shutoff valves, and other connections that have corrosion. These could be at the water heaters, under your bathroom sinks, under the kitchen sink, and even in the laundry room. Anytime corrosion is noted, it is likely a potential for a leak. And whether the leak is currently going on during the home inspection or not, we have to note it as a potential leak in that area in the future. It's a simple fix for anybody that knows anything about plumbing, and definitely for a plumber, it's easy to switch those out with new ones. Number 3, almost every roof that is not younger than a few years old will have some degree of deterioration or damage from storms and what we call nail pops. They can allow for water to get in under the shingle into your attic and then potentially into your home. So just go around the outside of your home and look for those shadows or any missing shingle components that the wind may have blown off. If you have a ladder, you can put your ladder up on the gutters, but please watch videos first, safety videos on how to do that, and be careful doing so. Just look around left to right from up under the shingles, searching for those nail pops or missing shingle components. Raise shingles around your roof terminations too, like at plumbing and combustion vents for your gas furnace or your gas water heater. We don't recommend ever walking on your roof unless you've been trained to do so safely, so be very careful. Number 4, cosmetic issues that may concern your buyer. Nearly every home has signs of settlement, like minor cracking at the doors and the window openings on the inside of the house. Most of these cracks are very typical, very common, and they're not a structural concern at all. Every home moves, and usually settling stops after the first few years of construction. However, many homeowners do not correct the cosmetic appearance of these settlement cracks, and many buyers come in and they get concerned when they see that it's a structural problem. Now, we do our best to educate buyers during a home inspection as to what is a significant concern and what is only a cosmetic concern. And last, number 5, the furnace is probably the biggest mechanical item that home buyers are concerned with. How old is it? How well is it performing? Has it been maintained recently? And rightfully so. Furnace problems can cause all kinds of issues, including the introduction of carbon monoxide into the home if it's not adequately performing or adequately venting. And just like concrete walls, the furnace is very telling of its history. So, routine maintenance by a qualified HVAC contractor will help keep your furnace running in tip-top shape, in the best shape possible. In fact, we find a lot of old furnaces that still perform quite well and adequately because they've been maintained. One way you can check to see if your furnace is in good shape is to take off the front panel, and don't touch anything inside, but look at the flames while it's rolling if it's a gas furnace. If you see bursts of orange while the flames are burning rather than a clean blue flame, then your furnace needs to be serviced. If bursts of orange are observed, it indicates at least the need for cleaning, and possibly it could indicate a cracked heat exchanger further into the unit. So there you have it, 5 things that we commonly see during a home inspection that can be addressed ahead of time. We're available at Curtis Home Inspections for questions and any inspection need that you may have in your home or your business in Louisville, Elizabethtown, and all the surrounding cities. Check out more of our videos about home inspections and home maintenance on our channel, and they're seen here, and we'll see you soon.